Become a top strategist and decide the rules of the game your way. Are you an executor or a strategist? To a strategist, the world is a vast chessboard where every move is carefully calculated. They not only pursue the ownership of assets and resources, but also focus on how to utilize them. For them, houses, vehicles, stocks, business income, and even equity are just tools to achieve greater goals. They often use methods like investment, transfer, and recovery to increase asset value, raise their position in the game, and control more resources. For example, in the film industry, ordinary audiences just enjoy the experience of watching movies, but strategists think about how to make profits through box office revenue and copyright deals. They always look beyond the surface to see the opportunities and potential behind it. This way of thinking and understanding the world distinguishes between those who do specific tasks and those who sit the strategy. In a fiercely competitive world, understanding your position, recognizing strengths and weaknesses is the first step to success. We need to grasp a trend. Future society will assign clear value to everything. From assets and time to human emotions, everything can be bought, sold, and exchanged. First, everything has a clear owner. Every object has a master. Second, everything has a specific value. Everything is priced. Third, everything is exchangeable and can be traded at any time. The future is where all value can be measured in money. Assets, mindset, time, and even emotions can be valued. Although labor can earn money, the value created by labor largely belongs to those who execute transactions and integration. That is why laborers earn less than entrepreneurs, and producers do not earn as much as financiers. This is the difference between execution and strategy making. The process of creating strategy is allocating and optimizing resources so they can operate effectively to increase value. For instance, coal and diamonds are both forms of the element carbon, but due to different structures, their values are worlds apart. Restructuring and integration of resources sometimes have a magical appeal. The essence of the internet is spatial integration, as it breaks physical space limits. And the essence of finance is temporal integration, as it allows exchanging space for time. In the future, the issue is not how many resources you own, but how many resources you can integrate. A person's capability is measured by their ability to connect and integrate resources.
Remember the example of Zhuge Liang borrowing arrows at the Battle of Red Cliffs? He used no manpower, yet obtained a massive amount of resources from the enemy in just one night. This strategy demonstrates wisdom and the ability to use resources effectively. In modern society, we also need to learn from this intelligence. When facing challenges, it's not necessary to start from zero, but consider how to leverage existing resources. Before we dive deeper, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to learn more truths about money and help you quickly achieve financial freedom. The Art of Wealth Fortune welcomes you all. In an era of high specialization, no one can complete everything alone. The important thing is to identify your strengths and find suitable partners. By sharing resources and risks, we can together form a community of interest and achieve common goals. This approach fits not only allies, but can also turn rivals into partners. The key is to keep the goal clear, solve problems, and not get bogged down in the details of tools or methods. For example, if the goal is to cross a river, it doesn't matter whether you build a boat or a bridge. What matters is finding the most effective way to reach the goal. Even if short-term benefits must be sacrificed, in the long run, cooperation and resource sharing will yield greater benefits. Individual ability is limited, but the power of a team is infinite. By pooling the wisdom and abilities of many, we not only achieve goals, but also create greater value. That is the essence of cooperation and co-development in modern society, and also the wisdom we should pursue. For a strategist, they need to know how to observe the sky. The sky includes 3 elements. Number 1, trends. Trends are the will of heaven, the inevitable development of society. Those who follow the trend will prosper. Those who oppose it will decline. Number 2, tools. Internet, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, 5G, and big data are all tools that will change our lives. Number 3, policies. As an entrepreneur, doing business without understanding the policies is like a farmer cultivating crops without paying attention to the weather. Doing business in our country without paying attention to policies is risky. Policies is the mighty gods for businesses. And when the gods changes, everything changes. Therefore, in business, one must look at policy trends and learn how to exploit benefits from policies to achieve profits. There are 4 levels of earning money. First is earning by labor, standing to earn money. Second is earning through management, sitting to earn money. Third is earning through capital, lying down to earn money.
Fourth is earning by system, sleeping to earn money. In the business world, the wisdom of a strategist lies in building and maintaining systems. This is the secret to the success of large enterprises. A system is not only a pipeline creating wealth, but also a foundation maintaining the continuous operation of business empires. For example, the novelty of Bitcoin revealed a profound business truth. The people who really make a lot of money are not the speculators in the market, but the companies providing tools and platforms for that market. Regardless of whether the market goes up or down, these companies can always reap profits. Typical examples are the Binance Exchange or Tether Company. Similarly, in the history of the stock market, rarely does any formal exchange go bankrupt. That is because they didn't just join the market game, but created a system allowing others to join the game. They provide trading platforms, rules, and tools, ensuring that no matter how the market fluctuates, they can still make money. Therefore, for a strategist, the key point is not to join the gold rush, but to build and maintain the system that allows the gold rush to happen. To build a system, there are 4 basic steps. Number 1, simplify complex problems. Number 2, turn simple problems into data. Number 3, convert data into processes. Number 4, turn processes into systems. In concrete action, the system building process consists of 4 steps. Step 1, look far ahead, lead the trend. Step 2, build value, organize a strong team. Step 3, create products, build a value system. Step 4, operate the system, maintain continuous operation. Additionally, remember these 4 principles. Principle 1, go long, not short. Principle 2, focus on points, not areas. Principle 3, go deep, not shallow. Principle 4, be fast, not slow. Owning a gold vault or a silver mine is not as good as choosing a jar that can continuously generate profit. What is truly admirable is the income from the system we have built, with moments of waking up naturally and counting money until hands get tired. At a glance, it looks like earning without working, but in reality it requires a long process of building and accumulation, a change from quantity to quality. Money is not something we earn randomly, but the result of calculation. Knowing how to make money is not as good as knowing how to become valuable. Working to earn money is temporary, but having sustainable value requires strategy. The more you bury your head in work, the poorer you get. The higher your awareness and vision, the richer you become. Intellectual workers lead others.
while manual workers are led.
For a business to grow strong, the business owner's awareness must constantly renew. When a business develops to a certain stage, the owner needs commensurate awareness. A 100 billion business needs 100 billion awareness. A trillion business needs trillion awareness, and a billion-dollar business needs billion-dollar awareness. In real life, is it easier to make big money or small money? I think making big money is easier. However, to make big money requires commensurate vision and awareness. First of all, the business owner's vision is important. A broad vision means thinking at a higher level, having long-term benefits, and being responsible to society. When a person has great ambition, determined to bring benefits to society and open a new path for humanity, their career will grow to match their own ambition. Second, the business owner's awareness is also very important. The essence of wealth is the ability to transform awareness into money, and the cause of loss is due to defective awareness. You will never earn money exceeding your cognitive ability, unless you are lucky. But money earned by luck is usually lost because there is no ability to keep it. The fairest point of society is that when your assets do not match your awareness, society will have hundreds of ways to take it back. Many businesses become easier when they reach a certain scale because they're strong enough to solve all problems. Conversely, small businesses always face inherent difficulties such as human personality, mutual struggle, jealousy, and complex troubles in work relationships. For example, a client paying you $10 million will often come to you to solve every petty matter, while a client paying $1 billion just needs you to solve one key problem. The difference lies in the client's vision, not in you. 90% of business owners are stuck in specific tasks. Their companies are not big, but include all necessary functions. They are both chairman, CEO, sales staff, accountant, and cashier, managing everything big and small inside and outside the company by themselves. They feel that only when they do it all themselves can they be at peace. Once in the office, they are surrounded by work and people. Every day there are urgent tasks, endless meetings, work keeps coming, and so they are always in a state of fighting alone, always stuck in the survival stage. Gradually, they are only good at handling trivial problems. Sometimes, because the boss is too busy, the employees are happy. The boss takes all the work while employees have nothing to do, leading to the company becoming more chaotic.
In the end, the boss is exhausted while the employees are too idle. Conversely, big bosses appear less but always control the company remotely. Meanwhile, small bosses always play the hero saving the company, eventually possibly destroying themselves. The boss should only do strategic tasks and focus on long-term planning, avoiding getting bogged down in specific tasks. If any specific task forces you to solve it personally, remember the 80-20 rule. 80% of problems arise from 20% of main conflicts. The boss should focus 80% of their energy to solve that 20% core problem. There are only a few things that are truly valuable, and many people's failure is due to not identifying what to focus on. Therefore, one must find their important 20%. One of the key elements of a strategic boss is knowing how to read and use people, that is, personnel placement. Actually, a real boss only needs to do two things. The first thing is finding people. Liu Bang once said, "Regarding strategy, I am not equal to Zhang Liang. Regarding military, I am not equal to Han Xin. Regarding national management, I am not equal to Xiao He. These three are all much more talented than me. It is because I know how to use them that I won the world." Similarly, Liu Bei had the 5 tiger generals, including Guan Yu, Zhang Fei, Ziya Wen, Ma Chao, Huang Zhang, along with Zhuge Liang. These people were all more talented than Liu Bei, but thanks to knowing how to use them, Liu Bei has established a great career. Only those who know how to read and use people are real bosses, are winners. Being a boss necessitates being good at attracting talent and using one's long-term vision to motivate that talent. Values, personal charisma, and character are factors that attract talents. In the future, a company's most precious asset will be talent. All resources can be shared or bought. Only talent belongs to one's company. The ability to identify and discover talent is one of the most important criteria to evaluate a business owner's capability. Amidst a sea of people,
each with their own traits. A business owner must be able to immediately recognize the person with the most potential, then make that person their own. A business owner shouldn't become too multi-talented, doing things better than employees themselves, even making employees learn from them and setting an example for them. Instead, the boss needs to appear incompetent, like Liu Bei, encouraging and cheering employees to maximize their capabilities. The boss needs to play the role of a spiritual leader, uniting everyone into a solid collective with the same goal.
That is the work a business owner needs to focus on, not getting bogged down in specific daily tasks. The second step is using talent. After finding the right person, the important issue is how to use them. Remember, using mentors makes you a king. Using friends makes you a lord. Using servants leads to ruin. If you use people better than you, you will become a king. If you use people of equal level, you will become a lord. But if you use weak people, eventually you will perish. This is a mantra that business owners must remember. Most business owners tend to hire people inferior to themselves, as that is human nature. We often like obedient people, but are afraid of people with superior abilities. To find someone better than yourself, you need a broad vision, tolerance, and personal charisma. Otherwise, talented people won't choose to work with you. The secret of ownership is finding people like mentors and friends, treating them with respect, humbling yourself so they have space to unleash their talent. The success of a real boss lies in solving human problems. Mid-level bosses operate products. High-level bosses operate talent. Successful people need two abilities. First is the ability to turn complexity into simplicity, seeing through the essence and grasping the main conflict of the problem. Second is the ability to turn simplicity into complexity. That is, after clearly understanding the essence and rules, knowing how to package it into products or services suitable to tastes. The ability to turn complexity into simplicity is wisdom, while turning simplicity into complexity is commerce. When we simplify the problem, we see the truth. But if we want to commercialize, we must create complex outer layers. Because most people only spend money on things that seem complicated and eye-catching. The crowd doesn't want truth and real value. They need understanding and emotional comfort. So never impose your truth and values on others, but understand their limited vision. Create stories and legends to attract them, and you will succeed. That is the basic skill of every entrepreneur, artist, and politician. See through the truth, make it simple, then create complex illusions that fascinate the crowd. A true boss is a strategy builder, and building strategy is a mind game with human nature. This game has 4 levels: skill, aesthetics, magic or method, and Tao or way. When we master all 4 elements, see clearly into people's hearts, analyze crowd behavior, everywhere we go will be favorable and free. At this point, all things and events move freely in the mind. Temporary success of strategy is not as important as growth during execution. What's important is whether our awareness and vision develop or not.
Just expand awareness, raise the realm and vision. Success will come. That is inevitable. Finally, we realize the biggest opponent in life is ourselves. Once overcoming oneself, we seem to escape the 3 realms, transcend the 5 elements, calm before all honor and disgrace, watching flowers bloom and fade, clouds drift and dissolve with a peaceful mind. No more big ego and selflessness. What the world craves is what we abandon.
So what is the difference between the 1% at the top and the 99% at the bottom? The 1% at the top love philosophy, pursue truth and real value. The remaining 99% like chicken soup for the soul, mental comfort, and seek comfortable feelings. So how are philosophy and chicken soup for the soul different? For example, the saying, "Oh women, no matter how much you suffer now, how many people betray you, the world will repay you twofold someday," is a typical chicken soup for the soul sentence. This sentence is completely illogical and unverifiable. Why must suffering now be compensated later? It ignores the reasoning process, only comforting your mind and helping you temporarily relieve. However, philosophy is different. Although dry and inaccessible, it helps you understand many harsh truths and the core nature of the problem. If you want to change, you must start from foundational thinking and must truly act, requiring effort and perseverance. But because this process is too arduous and the truth is often painful, many people hesitate to face it, lack the determination to change, so they give up from the start. Philosophy stands firm on the objective logic of the world, often harsh and requiring deep thinking, helping humans understand universal laws, and is a subject promoting wisdom, clarifying the mind. Meanwhile, chicken soup for the soul is an easy-to-understand and memorable art of words, requiring little thought. When someone is sad, chicken soup for the soul helps stabilize psychology and brings temporary comfort to the soul. This is why many people like to attend skill courses, because speakers are often very good at adjusting emotions and soothing their souls, making them passionate and returning to classes many times. Philosophy requires undergoing serious analysis and reasoning to see the truth of the world, understand the operating laws of everything, helping you have the capacity to see through the nature of problems. Philosophy is truthful to the point of often being heartbreaking and making us reflect, but it has practical meaning in life. Chicken soup for the soul needs no rules or logic, but when people face difficulties, failure, or loss, its value is to help comfort and soothe the psyche, release dopamine, and arouse enthusiasm.
Philosophy, when read, may be boring, but after pondering, it leaves a deep aftertaste, helping you understand, even reach enlightenment. Chicken soup for the soul, when read, is extremely attractive, but afterwards leaves a feeling of emptiness, and many people easily get addicted to this short-term stimulation. Philosophy is hard to learn but useful, helping people look at life more sharply. When someone clearly sees the world and human nature, they will naturally leave the crowd, quietly controlling from behind. Chicken soup for the soul is the opposite. Everyone learns easily, but it is hard to apply in reality. No need for deep thinking. Anyone can borrow a few sentences, but cannot change reality. Drinking chicken soup for the soul takes no effort. Anyone can drink a few bowls. But to raise awareness requires deep thinking and facing harsh reality, including one's own ignorance, something not everyone is ready to admit. Therefore, many people evade the truth, living temporarily in easy comforts. A typical expression of chicken soup for the soul is short videos on social media. Many short videos online are a combination of novel concepts accompanied by stimulating background music and brilliant images, constantly affecting viewer emotions, making them boil with excitement. But in reality, that is just a temporary stirring of emotions. Looking back at human history, great philosophers like Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, Hegel, Nietzsche, and Marx left behind brilliant thoughts, like lighthouses illuminating the path of human development. Meanwhile, success masters and coaching speakers soon vanished. Some fled, some collapsed, leaving only worthless ruins. The reason is largely because most people cannot reach the chicken meat, can only comfort themselves with chicken soup. In reality, the 1% have eaten all the meat. The remaining bones they stew into chicken soup for the remaining 99%. This is reasonable and inevitable, because this world is always operated by the 1% group capable of deep thinking, holding truth and foundational logic, thereby controlling the world. The remaining 99% live in illusions, and every time they wake up, they realize they have been harvested again, and the world has changed. The truth always lies in the hands of a few, or in other words, the vast majority of people will never touch the truth, and thus will forever be controlled. 99% of people like things that are quick, easy, and require no deep thinking. The essence of business is exploiting this weakness of humans to make money. The cruelest truth in the world is that 99% of people at the bottom feed the 1% at the top.
The biggest role of the bottom layer is as an auxiliary component, helping those at the top live better and achieve freedom. If people at the bottom truly learn how to think, those at the top will be very worried because their positions could be threatened. To prevent this, the top layer creates a lot of chicken soup and comforting slogans, as well as entertainment for the bottom layer to immerse in. This method is extremely effective. Most people at the bottom cannot escape on their own. Even if the rich reveal the truth to the bottom layer, will the bottom layer accept it? Most of them are used to chicken soup for the soul and living in emotional comfort. They would rather accept sweet lies than face the brutal truth, thus always deceiving themselves and covering their ears not to hear the truth. How many poor people actually dare to face their ignorance and give up bad habits, inherent personality, hard to change nature? Most of them only want to raise awareness on the surface, but deep down, what they desire is still a quick way to get rich, finding ways to take advantage. When the rich share core values, the nature of truth, they don't care, thinking those things cannot directly generate money, just empty theories. This is exactly what the Tao Te Ching speaks of. When the superior man hears of the Tao, he practices it diligently. When the average man hears of the Tao, he half believes, half doubts. When the inferior man hears of the Tao, he laughs aloud and considers it useless. Those at the top usually don't want to complicate things. They like to live their free lives. Remember, when you speak of a principle, if it cannot make a fool laugh aloud upon hearing it, then that principle is not yet a true principle.